Today we're going to take an in-depth look at the Ring Car Cam, the dash camera that allows you to view inside and outside of the camera, whether you're in the car or away from the car. Let's get started. So here we have the Ring Car Cam. Thanks to Ring for setting this out for me to check out. So here we have a pretty simple box. You can see the design of the product, and here is the front camera, and here is the camera that sees inside the vehicle. So let's see what is in here. First, we have a quick start guide to get that set up, an alcohol swab, and then you get a bunch of different little attachments that you may need. You even have a Ring camera sticker to show that your vehicle is protected with audio and video, which is really nice. Here you have an OBD2 connector. So that is actually how you power the Ring Car Cam, is plugging it into your OBD adapter. So you do need to have a vehicle that is supported for this. Ring actually has a website where you can go in and put in your vehicle and see if the OBD2 port is in a safe place for this to be installed in your vehicle. But I do wish it was more of a battery compatibility checker. More on that later. And here, this little blue bar will help you hide the wires in your vehicle to have a really clean look. In here, we have the power cable. So this one is just simply USB-C. So that is going to plug into here to attach it to receive power. And then here we have the Ring Car Cam. So this device is pretty cool looking. So here you have this little mount that this will attach right in the front of your car, underneath the windshield and above the dash. So that's where that goes. And then this will stick out into your car, and this camera will see forward and this camera will see into your car. And here is a little sticky pad to mount it to your windshield, so it is very secure. You can tilt that up and down to get the right angle. And here, when you're viewing the camera, you do have a privacy shutter. So there is the camera. If we close that, it then turns off the camera, as well as it turns off the audio for the inside of the car. So if you just want to view the outside, this is what you do, and then you can turn it back on just like that. And over here on the right side of the device is where the USB power goes in. Now, one cool thing about the car cam is it has LTE built into the device. So that means when your car is parked at a parking lot out and about, it can connect and you can view the camera feed right from your phone. Now, this is a premium service, so it's going to cost you $6 a month or $60 for the entire year, but it's great that you have that option. Now, you can use the car cam without the subscription. You'll be able to use it at home when it is connected to Wi-Fi. Now let's talk about using the car cam without the Protect Go subscription and with the Protect Go subscription. So with either one, you will have the option to do video recording. So it's going to record from the front and the rear camera. You have the security beacon, so this is going to help deter unwanted activity with an always-on beacon that adds presence to your vehicle, so that's the little light that turns on. And then traffic stop, so you can say Alexa record, and it will record up to 20 minutes of video of the traffic stop. That's available with or without the subscription. Next, we have live view and two-way talk. So if you don't have a subscription, that will only work over Wi-Fi. So if the car is outside in your garage or close to your home, it would be able to connect to Wi-Fi and you'll be able to view and talk through it. Here you have notifications. So this is going to notify you of motion on the car cam. That would only work when it's connected to Wi-Fi. And then we have GPS location. So you'll only be able to track the GPS when it is on Wi-Fi near your home. All three of those will work with LTE, so wherever the car is, as long as the car cam is powered on with the Protect Go subscription. Then the next four are only available with the subscription, which is cloud highlights. So whenever a motion happens or something is detected, it will save a small portion of that video to the cloud, so you can view it on your Ring account at any time, and it will save that up to 180 days. And then you have cloud highlights for traffic stop. So with that traffic stop command, it takes around the first 5 minutes and uploads that to your Ring app. You can then go and download the rest of it in the Ring app later. And then here we have rich notifications. So whenever motion is detected, you'll see a nice preview in the notification on your phone so that you can quickly see what is happening in the car. And then here you have download and share videos. So you're not able to download and share the videos like other Ring devices if you don't have that paid for subscription. I really wish you didn't need the subscription to be able to do that. And one other thing is this subscription is completely separate from any other Ring subscription you're paying for, and this only works on one car cam for one subscription. So let's start by getting this set up in the car, and then we're going to use the Ring app available on iOS or Android devices to get this set up. I have already created my account, and then I'm going to select the menu here and then select Setup Device. And here you'll see a list of different Ring devices, and then here we have the cars option. So now we're going to scan the QR code on the product with our phone. This is also on the quick setup guide that came with the car cam. Choose your location. You can have one that you already have in the Ring app or go ahead and add a new location. Then it's going to run you through how to get this installed in your car. So here I have not installed it yet, so I need to install it. It says park your car in a spot with good cellular reception. So now we're going to find the car's OBD2 port. So most likely it's right under here on your vehicle. And there mine is in the 1 position. Now we're going to plug in the USB-C cable here into the USB-C port. While you're there, make sure the privacy cover is open so both camera lenses are exposed. So we're gonna open that lens, okay? Plug the cable into the included OBD2 adapter, then bring that end of the cable down toward your vehicle's OBD2 port and plug it in. Start your vehicle. When the lights on your car cam start flashing green, you can continue to the next step. This may take 30 seconds. And it will begin flashing green when it's ready to go. So here the car cam is going to temporarily connect to my phone. So here we need to select connect, and it's going to create a network between the two to save the Wi-Fi. And then it says you can also connect your car cam to Wi-Fi. So let's connect via Wi-Fi, and we're going to choose our home Wi-Fi network and add our password. Once it has connected to Wi-Fi, now it is asking us to share our location for the car cam. So this lets you see it on the map so that you can easily find it and see location related notifications. So if you want to, you can turn that off, but I think that's a great feature. We're going to keep that on. Find the path for your cable. So now we're going to route the Ring car cam cable and kind of hide it out of the way. Starting at the OBD2 port, loosely route the cable up and over the left side of the dashboard, then run it along the base of the windshield. Test fit car cam in your vehicle. Push the narrow end of the car cam into the gap between the center of the dashboard and the windshield, taking the cable with it. If it doesn't fit tightly, try adding the included spacer to the end of the cam. When you're done, pull the cam back out and set it down. So here's the spacer that you can use if it doesn't fit properly. So I think mine fits a little bit better without the spacer. Now we're going to clean the windshield. It does come with a cleaning wipe. You only need to clean the area the car cam would adhere to, and then let the windshield dry completely before continuing. Don't skip this step. It's crucial for a long-lasting install. First, remove the protective film from its outside-facing camera, then remove the liner from its adhesive pad. As you did before, slowly but firmly push the narrow end of the car cam into place between the dashboard and the windshield, taking the cable with it. Then lift the cam up until its adhesive pad fully contacts the windshield and apply pressure on the opposite side for 30 seconds. Now after doing the install, I wish I would have put the cable behind the car cam so it didn't loop in front. I wish it looped behind. And then I wish I would have taken one more second to make sure it was even on both sides. Pushed it in first all the way and then pushed it up to the windshield once it was even so that the camera angle worked perfectly. Now, if you do need to move this to a different car or reapply the adhesive, there are actually 2 more in the box that you can use for that. Now that that is installed, let's go ahead and tuck the cable in. Starting from the OBD2 port, use the included cable tuck tool to push the cable into seams, gaps, and coping along its route. Any excess cable should be tucked in the passenger side of the dashboard gap. The tuck tool works okay. There are some sharp corners, so be careful. I like to use little bike tire changers. That seems to work pretty good. I ended up putting the wire beneath the car cam and pulling all the slack through and pushing it in right here. All right, so there it is in the OBD2 port. The cable comes up, around. You can almost see it there. And it goes all the way over. And just a little bit of cable right there. Looks pretty good. If you can't get the cable to tuck in anywhere, it does come with these cable clips that you can use to mount the cable so that it's not hanging loose. Okay, so if you do need extra privacy, you can easily close the privacy cover. This blocks the camera that faces you and turns off the microphone. The outward facing camera can still capture video, but no audio is recorded. So that's just right here on the front. It is no longer recording video or audio inside the car. And then we open it back up, the light turns back on. All right, success. We have now set up the car cam. So if the car is still running, we can turn it off and the car cam will still operate. So adjust how your Odyssey reacts to motion alerts. So this allows us to optimize if we're getting too many alerts or we want more alerts, we can adjust this here. And we can always edit this later. So we can optimize now. Interior motion verification. This feature lets CarCam focus on detecting movement inside your vehicle, such as during a break-in. All motion outside is ignored, which lets you avoid alerts for low priority events like passing cars. However, this also means you also won't be notified about bumps or crashes. You can have bumps and crashes or inside the car, or you could just have inside the car if you want. Here it says we recommended you try the default setting first, then you can make adjustments. So let's go ahead and keep it default. And then motion frequency. Set how often this device should check for motion. So if you have it frequently, you could be getting too many notifications. You can do regularly, or you can do periodically, where motion detection takes a longer break after each motion. Let's just do regularly. And the motion settings have been saved. Okay, so now vehicle battery usage. So after a drive, CarCam turns off once it uses a certain amount of battery power. It turns on again when you start the vehicle. To control how long CarCam stays active between drives, change its vehicle battery usage setting. So let's adjust the setting. So here we have a few different options. You can do low, which is the shortest active time, best for cold winters and for vehicles driven less than 3 days per week or with a battery over 3 years old. Medium active time, best for vehicles that are driven a few times per week and have a battery under 3 years old. And then you have high, longest active time, ideal for vehicles that are driven daily and have a battery under 3 years old. So this is kind of depending on what your car is. We can go with the medium setting here, but if you want to have more notifications and certain things, you could go with the high setting. So we're going to stick with the medium. And then there's a feature where it allows you to record what is happening. So whether it's a traffic stop or another emergency, your CarCam will capture the scene for up to 20 minutes, stopping automatically once you're back on the road. To start using this feature, make sure the privacy cover is open and audio recording and streaming is on. With a Ring Protection Go subscription, the beginning of the event will also be uploaded to the cloud. So all you have to say is Alexa record, and then it will record for up to 20 minutes so that you have a history of that traffic stop. And here it notes that this is entirely processed on the CarCam. This feature does not send any audio or video to Alexa service, and the recording will not be reviewable in your Alexa account. And here you can easily share this with family members, but we're going to skip for now. And then we can go into the settings to refine our settings anytime. Just head to the device dashboard. So right here it says your vehicle's battery needs attention. So let's tap on that. CarCam turned off to conserve your vehicle's battery. It will turn back on once you start the vehicle. So let's start it up. And there you can see a blue light on the CarCam indicating that it has powered on. Now that it's set up, let's check out the feed. So in the Ring app, here we have the Odyssey. So we're just going to tap on here and we're going to tap Go Live. And this will show us a live view. And we actually heard a notification there on the CarCam that somebody is watching the camera. So right here, I can see the inside view of the car, kind of pretty cool. Let's show you a little closer there. So there I am. Hello, hey, how's it going? Well, that's pretty quick how that works. And then if I want to see what the view is from the front camera, I just need to tap right here and it will switch to the other camera. So this is really cool. Whenever it records one motion, but it records both views at the same time if you don't have the privacy shutter on, which is really neat. So it looks like I need to adjust the camera just a little bit. So let's go ahead and do that. So I think I want it down a little bit this way. And let's check the other view. All right, I think that looks pretty good. So here on this view, we have the option to talk through the camera. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? And then we have the option to listen into what is going on in the car. So here is what that sounds like. And here when we go live, there should be a chime indicating that somebody is going to talk through the camera. And this is me looking at the live feed from my phone, tap the microphone, and talking through the Ring Car Cam. And if you responded in the car, I'd be able to hear you as well. And now I'm going to end the live. Here is a Ring Car Cam audio test from inside the car. Now I am sitting right up close to the Ring Car Cam with the car off. Let's go ahead and turn on the car and see if you can still hear me the same. So the car is now on, the heater's on, turn the heater off. There's not much background noise, but let's head to the back and see if it sounds the same. And here's an audio test from the back of the car with the Ring Car Cam. I'm talking pretty normal volume, but of course there aren't kids in the background, so you can probably hear me just fine. Then down here at the bottom, you have controls. So if we tap there, we have the option to turn on a light. So, wow, that's pretty bright. So if you want to see inside the car at night, you are able to do that right here. You also have the option for lights on or lights off. Now, once you turn them on, they will only stay on for about 30 seconds. And here's a test to see what the night vision sees. Hello, you can see me here in the back. And let's turn on the lights. Wow, that's bright. And you probably can see me a little bit more. Let's turn off the lights. All right, it's even darker now, and that night vision is working really well. So you don't see the night vision lights, but here if I record with my phone's camera, you will be able to see these, and it really makes it easy to see inside the car. And from my testing, you're not able to turn on the flashlight while the car is driving. So then here, I just received a notification. Live view will end in 15 seconds to conserve LTE data. It gave me an option to extend that. I missed that, so it turned off, but if I want to, I can click reconnect and it will turn back on. And this is as long as the camera is still on in the car. Now here you have two options. One, we can view the full screen. So there it zoomed in a little bit more so we can see a bigger view. And you can also rotate this sideways. You can also tap that button there to view the feed this way. And it's actually working pretty quick. At first it was a little slow, but now we have it working pretty well. So then here I can call or end the call. So I can talk through the camera or end there. Here I can listen in. And then if I push plus, I have the light there. So those are all the options that you have right here on the main screen. So then I also have the square box, which rotates it into this view. So then if we end that live view, it will take us back to our history. So right here, if you have any other Ring cameras, you have seen this page many times. But so this is showing what has been recorded. So here it's showing the live view. So when you're watching, it's recording what you are seeing. Then if we scroll back more, you can see here it recorded a motion. So let's see, I think this is probably the motion of me getting in the car. And if I want to save that, all I have to do is go down here, tap more, and tap download, and then it's going to download that onto my phone. Now, if you are using the app while the camera is on, it will store some of these locally so you can view them when the camera has been turned off. So if the car turns off, you will need to turn it back on so it will show up in the app and you can go and download those different motion alerts or driving alerts. So here you can see an event where somebody is driving. So while they're driving, we can hear what was going on and we can see on the inside camera. And then if we tap the rotate camera, we can see what happened on the outside camera. So that's really cool that under one little recording, you have both views. So then down here, you have all the other options where you can share a link to the video. You can browse different days and see when videos were recorded. Down here, you can filter, so you can have it show all events or filter by different event types. So we have live view, unplugged, motion, and traffic stop. And then over here, you have the more where you can delete, favorite, or download a certain clip, and so on. So very similar to what you see on other Ring cameras. And then here you have traffic stop. So traffic stop is where if you are stopped, you can then say Alexa record, and it will begin to record for up to 20 minutes of that traffic stop. So here it would record audio and video, and it will record until you start moving again on the road or up to 20 minutes. So let's go ahead, turn that on, and test that out. Alexa, record.
Recording traffic stop.
So here on the traffic stop, if I'm talking, this is how I would sound. Of course, you might have some road noise with the window down. Okay, so can you hear me? This is how it sounds when you are at a traffic stop and somebody is outside of the vehicle talking. Let's say they're talking back here. This is, I'm talking pretty clear and in my garage, so any background noise might be picked up, but this is how it sounds just with me talking. Now in this first test, it actually stopped recording there. I don't know if it's because I was turning my car on and off that kind of messed it up. Now other traffic stops that I tested lasted about 5 minutes long. Even after I drove away, it kept going. But Ring says that this should be able to record for 20 minutes, even if you have turned off your vehicle during that traffic stop. Now these traffic stop clips also allow me to download the full video. So I'm able to download the 5 minutes or 20 minutes all at once, where the other clips that the Ring car cam records only allows me to get about 20 seconds at a time. All right, thank you. I will be sure to drive a little faster. And now that we are home, once I turn off the car and go inside, the camera continues to still operate until it decides it can't draw any more power from the battery, and then it will turn off. So let's dive into the event history. So when I tap event history, here at the top, it automatically sorts by my camera and the Odyssey. And then here we also have the option to sort by event. So some of the events we would have would be the motion, live view, driving, unplugged, traffic stop, and favorites. So you can click on that and then it will sort by those events. Here are some of the events we have today. There we have a driving event. So right now it's showing that that's locally stored. So that is only on the car cam. Nothing has been uploaded to the cloud. Right now my car cam is actually off. So if I want to be able to download that, I need to turn it on and then download that over Wi-Fi or LTE. Here is another notification of offline. So this shows when the car cam actually turned off. And right now my car is set to the high setting, but it only lasts for about 15, sometimes up to 60 minutes after a long drive on the car's battery. So that's going to be dependent on your car. I wish there was a way to know exactly how long your specific car is going to be able to keep the car cam powered after you turn it off. So we'll talk more about that in just a little bit. But there you can see another driving event. So here we have live view. And as you can see, there's no local storage under it because that is something that was actually sent and uploaded as a cloud highlight because I was viewing it from my phone. So I can click on there and I can view that live footage here. So down here, it's showing the time that happened. Here we have a little bar that we can scroll through. And then if we click the menu here, we have the option to share, download, and star. So you have all of those options on anything that has been uploaded as a cloud highlight. Now there's a few more here. So there's another live view, a motion local storage. So that may have been a longer motion activity, or here we have another motion activity that is stored as a cloud highlight. So those will store up to 180 days in the cloud with that Ring Protect Go subscription. So here you can see I was getting in the car to record some things with my camera, and that is just a little quick clip there. So down here, we have the traffic stop. Now I did another test with the traffic stop where I turned off the car and then I asked Alexa to start recording and it began recording, and I actually left the vehicle just to see what would happen. And when I got back, I have these two recordings. So I have one that started at 4:46 and then another one at 4:51. It recorded the first 5 minutes and uploaded that as a cloud highlight. And then it continued to record for another 15 minutes, and that is stored locally. So if I want to download that full video, I can do that. And traffic stops allow you to download that full entire clip. Other things like driving, you're only able to download 20 seconds of that clip at a time. So let's go ahead and check out what it looks like at night. So here we can tap there to rotate the camera. Looks pretty good. Now, one thing when you are viewing a video, you'll hear the audio kind of cut in and out. Let's check to see if it does that when you download the full video. I just hit menu, scroll down, and download. And here I'm going to receive this notification. So a 20-second video. To change the start time, navigate to a desired time in the video. So you want to go to where you want that clip to start and then go to menu and hit download. and then it will download from where you had the video to the next 20 seconds. So once that video is downloaded, you'll be able to come here to this notification, tap on it, and then here you have the download button. So let's check out this night video that it recorded. Oh, going off the side of the road a little bit there. So this sounded much better once I had downloaded the clip. Hopefully they can fix that streaming from the camera audio just to make it a little bit easier to watch before you download the clip so you know you have the right portion. So as you can see, some motion is local, some is uploaded, and most of the driving is all local. So you have all of those different types of notifications. Now, if the car cam is on and somebody unplugs it, it will also give you a notification that the car cam has been unplugged, which is pretty cool. So that is how you can go and view and download your different clips. So you can see how quick those actually load up, which is nice. Now, it's working really well because the car cam is on. If the car cam was not on, some of these aren't going to work. So again, if you have a problem, you may need to go and turn on your car for it to connect and it to work. So let me sort by different traffic stops. So if I hit traffic stop, filter event, it will then show all the different traffic stops. So if I click on there, we can then view the first 5 minutes of that traffic stop. So there you can see I left the car right there, and I can go through this traffic stop and quickly view the footage. So that does need to have the Protect Go subscription, but I think that's really cool that it took that 5 minutes and instantly uploaded it so I had access to it without having to go in and download that from the phone. So that's really neat that it does that. So here you can see a few traffic stops are currently available and others are stored on the car cam. Let's go ahead and check out the live view. Now with the live view, these are all stored as cloud highlights. So they're uploaded onto your account and I can view them at any time. I don't have to go into the car cam and download them. It's nice that they are here. If we go and we view the driving, so when we have any driving clips, all of those are stored locally on the car cam. So you would have to have it turned on to be able to download any of these. And then last we have the motion events. So motion events, it depends on how long of motion there was. So if it's a short event, that will have been uploaded as a cloud highlight, but other ones will be too long to upload that full thing, so I will need to go in and download it. So overall, I think it works pretty great. I do wish there was a way to download the full driving clip instead of just that 20 seconds. The traffic stops can do it, so it would be nice if the driving can do it and other motion events can do it, but right now you are stuck to that 20-second clip. So that is how the function of the camera works. If we tap on the settings here, we can go in and view a little bit more. So here you have the option to turn on and off motion detection, and here you have the option to turn on and off motion alerts. So if you don't want to be notified whenever somebody gets in the car, you could turn that off. But of course you will want to know if somebody is in the car and if it has been activated. Now, sometimes you may see this little icon. This is a cellular network notification that you have a low or weak signal. So if you do experience that, it may just be a little harder for you to download the videos to your phone from the Ring Car Cam. But once you get a better signal or you go to Wi-Fi, you will be able to download that, no problem. Now here you have a button that says location. So this is really cool. Let's say you go to the airport and you park your car, you get in, you come back to the shuttle and get back to the parking lot and you can't remember where your car is. Well, all you have to do is tap location, and then here it will show the last known location of your device. So whenever you parked your car at the airport parking lot, it remembers where that is, or whatever parking lot, or maybe if your car got stolen, I guess you could find where it is. So that's really cool. And if it's not quite accurate, you can tap the update location up here and it will show that last known location. And then down here, you can see how far you are away from the vehicle so you could get a little closer and find your car. Here you have the option to go to live view. Next, you have the location and privacy. So if you want to turn off location sharing or turn that on, you can do that there. Here you have motion snooze. So let's say you're on a road trip and you don't want to get notifications. You can temporarily
turn this off for the next 3 hours while you're on the road trip, so you're not getting those notifications. And then when you get there, it would turn back on, giving you those notifications. Next, we have device health. So this is going to tell you how your signal is, the Wi-Fi strength, and other things if it's up to date and so on. Here we have motion settings. So if you want to adjust the sensitivity, you can come in here and adjust the motion sensitivity. And then you can go to the advanced settings, and this is where you can adjust the interior motion verification. So originally when I set this up, I had turned it on where it would only detect in the car, but here I turned it off so it would also detect outside of the car. So let's go ahead and turn that back on and try it out this way. So it's only going to notify me of things that happen inside of the car. Here we have device settings. So here in the video settings, we have the option to tap camera preview for live view. So enable to view the live view instead of the recent events when you tap on camera preview in the Odyssey. So that's pretty cool. You tap on the camera and it pops right up to the live view. Here you have local storage. So this is what's going to happen to the local storage when it runs out of space. So right now it's set to rewrite. Only save over local videos when the video buffer is full, or you can delete after 1 day. Automatically delete local videos from this device after day. So that's kind of nice if you don't want it to have all kinds of data stored on here. You can just have it set to delete every day. And then if something happens during that 1 day, you would need to make sure you go and download that data as soon as possible so that you have that recording.
Now up here at the top, it says, if you want to manage cloud storage, please visit the storage management menu in the control center. So if we go back to the main page of the Ring app, in the menu here, you have the control center. So under here, you get the option to adjust how many days you want it to store in the cloud. So scrolling down the control center, you would want to find video management. And then here you have video storage time. So this can be adjusted per device. With the Ring Protect Go subscription, that gives you 60 days of storage. Now, maybe you don't want to have all of that stored in the cloud. You can adjust that. So instead of 60 days, you go down to 14 days or all the way down to just 1 day that is being stored in the cloud. Now, if we go back to the video management page, if you have shared any of those videos, you can also manage these. So I can come in here, see a video I shared. So then if I tap manage, I also have the option to download or unshare that right here.
Here you have notification settings. So we have rich notifications.
So here is the rich notifications. So not only is it going to notify you that there was motion in your car, but it's also going to give you a screenshot of what was happening. So there you can see me in the car that it was able to get.
Here you have app tone alerts. So you can have the motion alerts notify the app if you have your volume on your phone. You have heard the Ring doorbell notification many times. So if you want that, you can turn that on. Here you have the vehicle battery usage. So you can have it set to the low, medium, or high. So high is going to keep it on for a pretty long time when you turn off your car. So we turned off the car a little bit ago and it is still on. Since I've been recording this video for 13 minutes, it is still on, and there I think it just turned off.
So now let's go ahead and talk about the battery. So one of my first reactions to this was like, okay, this is cool, but it's not really great at keeping your car secure, because in my car, after I turned off the car and walked away, the car cam would only stay on for 15 to 30 minutes. So that means that if I go to the airport and leave the car, after 30 minutes, the car cam turns off and my car is no longer protected. So what's the point in even having the car cam? But talking with a few others that have the car cam, this hasn't been the experience for their car. John Redinger, who has a Rivian, plenty of battery in his electric vehicle, his car cam will stay on the whole time he is away from the car, and it will be recording different motion events, so his car is fully protected. So that's kind of a bummer for me, having a newer car, but it's not able to provide power to the car cam. So this may be something that you'll need to do your own testing on to see if it is going to be compatible for a long period. Because if you maybe only need 30 minutes, that's great. But I think it would be nice if it worked overnight or even for a couple of days at the max. I would like to see a battery be put in it. So in case you have a vehicle like mine where it's not able to give the full power, then you would have a little battery that could recharge while you're driving. But I'm sure there's some technical limitations to that, and the heat might cause some issues there. So that's been my experience with the battery. Even on the high setting, I think the max I saw was 60 minutes. So let's say you park the car, somebody comes in at 61 minutes, you would have no idea because the car cam had been turned off at that point. But it would have been cooler if I had a longer time period between driving that it could stay powered. So that's something you just need to be aware of once you get the product. If it is turning off, that's just because that's how your car works.
And then here we have the general settings. So this is where you can adjust the name, the location, report as stolen, and you can remove the device. Down here you have the help center. Here you can share it with others. And then here you have traffic stop.
So overall, I think this is actually a really cool product. The Ring Car Cam is able to do so much in one little device. Having the front and the rear camera, having the flashlight and the night vision, and being able to record the traffic stops and so many things. It's great that it is all in the one package. My only complaint is it wasn't able to be powered very long in my car. And then the other complaint I have is that you can't download videos unless you have the Ring Protect Go subscription. I really think that should be something that's just standard on the device without having to pay for a subscription, so that you have at least a little time to go in and download those events that happened. So that would be nice if that was included without the subscription. But for this device, I would actually recommend you need to have that subscription to have all the benefits of the cloud highlights, the LTE, the live view away from your home, the location tracking and all that. So highly recommend getting the Protect Go subscription if you are purchasing the Ring Cam. So there you go. If you have any further questions about this device, please let me know in the comments below. And if you want to check out some of the other Ring products I've reviewed, check them out over here on the side. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.